Monday. It's a busy Monday. I need to get rid of that. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to move this garbage bag because it is office cleaning day. Do you see all this stuff? Holy guacamole. I got a lot going on. All right. 4th of July is coming, so I got stuff. Okay, so if you're here, say hi. SEINT Summer Warehouse Sale. It's amazing, but terrifying. Hello, Lisa. Oh, there's a sale coming. If you are one of my customers, you've gotten the email. If you're in my Facebook group, you saw about it. And there's a lot of people that got a lot of questions. Hello, Dana. I'm going to do my makeup today. I'm going to go work out after this. So I'm actually going to do a test run of Perfect 10 and a workout because I get pretty sweaty with it. And I kind of want to see how makeup holds up with workouts because a lot of people, good morning, you want new highlights. So there's no new releases coming with the sale. This is kind of a clear out. Hello, Kathy. But a lot of people ask me because they work out midday on their lunch. I remember I used to when I worked, and they want to know how the makeup holds up. So I'm going to do a hybrid again. I don't know why I call it a hybrid, but I'm going to do Perfect 10 with SEINT and see how it goes with a workout and getting sweaty. That goes well with knowing how it holds up with heat. The rose gold one, if they have that. Oh, the rose gold. That's not on sale. All the powder illuminators are, so if you, I don't have, let's see, I sent an email out to, if you're one of my customers, you got an email. If you are my customer and you didn't get the email, it is in your spam. You just need to reply with, got it. I'll reply with thanks, and it gets me out of your spam and into your inbox. Do you think the powder illuminators are as good as the liquid ones? So, I really like the powder illuminators for those who really like shine. I'm going to show swatches. If we get to makeup, we get to makeup. If this turns into swatching, it turns into swatching because I want to show the things. So there's items that are 25% off, and then there's items that are 40% off. Those items are just discounted, but any item that is 50% off will not be back. After the 17th, they are gone. And what they are doing is they are clearing out low sellers. They're clearing out similar tones. So there's some that are going away that I'm really sad about because my sunset eyes, my Leo and my Mija, going away. They're 50% off. So it's a really great time to get the sunset eyes combo because you buy 2 eyeshadows, it's the price of 1 eyeshadow. But they are getting rid of Leo. They're getting rid of me. They're getting rid of a lot. And Foxy is another one of my favorites. Let me see. So, none of the cream illuminators are going on sale. So the scents are not going on sale. The any of the cream illuminators are not going on sale. So, that being said, I did get asked about the cream illuminators versus the powder illuminators. I just have to find out. This weekend was a weekend where I work on my house. So, biscuits. There's so many things. Okay. Palm bronzer finally going away. Thank goodness. Daylily and Paris. Yeah, that is a hard one. I'm really sad, but you have Mama and Daylily. I'm so sad about, but get it. I mean, we could be sad, but you could also, they're 50% off. So you can buy 2. It will last you forever. Where are my powder illuminators? Well, there's one. Goldie is on sale. Don't get it. Just get Georgia. It's too fragile. It'll come broken. That's one of the reasons why they're getting rid of it. You guys, I'm having an issue. I have a desk with this lower thingamabobber. Oh, is this a yay? Okay. Okay, found them. So I got asked, okay, let me find it again. Okay. Here's the are as good as, okay, so here's my thing. When you want a more natural shimmer, You want creams. So rose gold, the one that I think is none of the creams are on sale. Let me see here. I would say these are the powder illuminators. They're much more punchy. I would say rose gold, get Georgia. Georgia's a really pretty, perfect gold eyeshadow too. I'm hoping they're just gonna take these and turn them into eyeshadows, because one of the ones that are going away as far as eyeshadows is that I was not surprised at was As You Wish. The reason I'm not a big fan of As You Wish is it is really hard to pick up, but it has a really pretty iridescent to it. This is Starlit, and it's a finer milled illuminator. Then this is Glamazing, this is Georgia, and this is Photoshop. Any of these, they are great eyeshadows. This is the way I look at it. This is your bride. Glamazing is so pretty, but I think Georgia, as far as comparing it to rose gold, so I have rose gold here, this is Georgia. So get Georgia, and I probably swatched it on the wrong part of my arm, but it has more punch. Do you see how it has just a little bit more punch? If you like a lot of shimmer, the powders are the way to go. But if you know somebody who's prom, homecoming, Glamazing is a great eyeshadow. This is Glamazing. Look at how pretty that is, but it's quite punchy. This is really punchy. Okay. I'm not sure why my dog is barking. I hate when he does that. But anyways, Starlit is probably my favorite illuminator out of all of them because it's not quite as punchy, but look at how pretty that is. This to me is like mermaid, really lovely. If you have a teenager that's into makeup, I think this is really pretty for them. It has pink iridescent to it. It's so, so pretty. Georgia, I'm going to swatch this one again. This is probably, I think, one of the more perfect. I like this the most. I like this more than the gold eyeshadows, shimmers that are out there. And then Photoshop is probably my favorite. I mean, that's why I've hit 10 on it. It's so pretty. It goes great with blushes. So I use Photoshop on bridesmaids. I had a bride last summer that I did, and she was very much doing the terracotta kind of colors, neutrals, terracottas, very pretty. I used the Snatch out of Georgia. Like that was on her collarbone, on her shoulders. It was so pretty. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna pull some weeds. Let's see. What about on Wednesdays? I believe on Wednesdays is Staying, because I would have highlighted it. I had to hand type every single thing. On Wednesdays is Staying. If it's on the list, it's 50% off. That means it's going away. I love all of these so much. Is it Georgia? Goldie Illuminator. Do I have it on this one? I've ordered it on multiple occasions, and it breaks. It's too soft, and it breaks no matter what their packaging is. It comes broken. Don't get it. Especially if you mix your powders on a level that's with creams, it'll ruin your creams because it just disintegrates. So get Georgia. I believe that's what it is. I said it on here too. Oh no, I said it on my picks. Hold on just a second. My top picks. I have my computer here today because I knew I would need it. And I look like a mess because I'm going to go work out after this. This will probably be a long one. So I did my top picks, and the best way I could do it is to maybe open it up and show you my laptop. But as far as my picks for lip and cheeks, I'm picking Daylily, Pink Lemonade, Marrakesh. It's going to be 50% off. That one is so pretty, especially for summer for lipstick. Pinky Promise and Carousel. Carousel's a really pretty neutral pink lip. So pretty. The travel case, that is going to be 50% off. I just was taking pictures of these for people this weekend. This is the bag. I think this is going to be 50% off. It is going away. This bag holds a lot. And this is just like travel. It holds the triple decker, and it has plenty of room for everything. Brush cleaners, more palette. I mean, this is my travel bag. This is the perfect size travel bag. It's not too big, but it holds so much. It's soft. I like it a lot. 50% off. This is the bag you want to get. Is there a good transition shade for eyeshadow? It really depends on your skin tone. Let's see. Thank you. I just got this. Oh my gosh, you guys want to hear a horror story from this weekend? I was getting my patio set out. My husband got the table and umbrella out, and I went and got the chairs and the umbrella base. And I was carrying the chair, and it caught this earring and ripped it out. Rushed back to the house because this is a new piercing. I got it like 2 months ago. So I had to run home and stick one of my regular earrings in there. And so tomorrow or sometime this week, I'm going to the piercing place because it's new. It has a long post. I'm just going to get a shorter post. I have the earring. I don't have the back. So I just got it anyway. Okay, back to what I was saying. Suede. We all know how much I use suede for my hyperpigmentation. It's also a really pretty bronzer for spring if you're going from one to the other and you don't want to do bronzer. It's a really pretty bronzer contour. It's going away. I'm mad. I'm mad. I don't think it's a great lip liner. It's a little too brown for me, but so pretty on hyperpigmentation. So pretty as a bronzer contour. Get it. Get a couple. It's so good. Get suede lip liner. All of the illuminators except for Goldie that are going to be, so Photoshop, Georgia, Glamazing, and Starlit. It's just so pretty. Okay, eyeshadows. I picked 6 because I didn't want to go crazy, but there's a lot that you should pick. Winterberry, which was a part of the collections from last. That's not what I want. This is what I want. I think I put it in here. But Winterberry, I don't know where I put it. Biscuits. Is so stinking pretty. I put it somewhere. I have to switch things out because of the shades of the season. Anyways, Winterberry is going to go away. It's going to be 50% off. Leo, we all know how much I love Leo. Miha, you want Miha. If you like my sunset eyes, there is a tutorial for it. Beauty is pain. Yeah, mine was, this one had a hard time healing, and that's the one I ripped out. Okay, but Leo and Miha, those I say get. They are such a pretty sunset eye. I have the tutorial. I make multiple tutorials on it. Going away. Paris, grab Paris, great transition color. It's light but not white, so it doesn't take you back to the early 2000s. Spell is also extremely beautiful, and pomegranate. I love pomegranate too. And I'm trying to find a new sunset eyes with what's left. I'm very sad. I have to pull out everything that's going away. Bayou is going away. I love Bayou. A lot of people turn their nose at it, which is why it probably is a low seller, but it's turquoise. Ooh, biscuits, I got it. It's one of those colors that you can just pop on. It's so pretty. You could just dot it on with any of your basic eyeshadows, and it's so pretty. I think it's a great color. Foxy is probably I like it more than Hot Chocolate. It's more of a finer mill, but it's so pretty. Is Bright going away? Bright Eyes might be a good dupe, but 50% off. But this is Foxy, and I love it. If you have a deeper skin tone, really pretty illuminator. You can mix this with bronzer. Such a pretty shine. Oh God, it's so pretty. I'm so sad this one's going away. I'm so sad. Let's try Bright Eyes next to it and just see if it's close. It's sort of close. So this is Bright Eyes. This is what I mean, where what they've told us that they're doing, and it scares me when I see the brush holder is going away. I like the brush holder. I don't love it a lot. Let's see, where is it? So here's the 2 other cases that are going to be 50% off. So you have your brush holder. Use this a lot. That's why mine is so dirty, but you could put your brushes here, fold it over, lay your palette on top, and then you fold it over. It's really great, compact, whips around, and then you just slide it under and it stays. My problem is I've taken it on planes and I've lost lip liners out of it, so that's why I don't use it as much anymore. This is where I get frustrated. I would consider this a makeup case. They consider this a makeup bag. It's a case, but the makeup bag, great if you carry around a lot. the big giant palette 40s fit perfectly in it. So it is a really good bag, 50% off. But again, my top pick is what they consider the case, which to me, it's a bag. But here's my other thing. If you have points and you aren't sure if you want to get the brush holder, get this thing with your points. It folds down flat. I have a cream one. It's black. It comes in black, but this is great. I use this when I go do makeup professionally. It folds out like a box. So this is a really good one. You can get this with points, so it's free, but you can get it with points. Oh, I found all my lip oil. I thought I lost these, but this is really great. You can get it with points. It is black when you get it. I don't think I've cashed out for that because I have this one. I got this one as a promo, and I like this better than the brush holder because it's up like this into a little cube, and it could hold all your brushes. It would even probably hold a palette. Yeah, it'll hold a triple decker palette and your stuff. I still prefer their case for travel, but for brushes, I would totally bring this, fold it flat, put it in your makeup case, and then when you're at your hotel or wherever you're traveling, just let this sit flat, and you don't have to worry about your stuff rolling away. So you can shop the sale and cash out points. I don't know how many points you got, but if you got a lot, Sprinkles lip oil, definitely get that. I really highly recommend this bag. It's so good. I don't know how many, I can look at how many points everything is. But cash out with the discount. If you have a discount, use the discount. Okay. Let me see. What am I missing here? I like my earrings too. I love this little middle one because it's a martini setting, and I like that one a lot. Just means it's a three prong. Let's see. I don't have an Ariana Grande perfume collection. I don't know what that means. Okay. So Sprinkles is 200 points. The makeup cube is black, and it's 460 points. So it just depends on how many points you have. I do recommend this if you're looking for a bag, but also if you're shopping the sale and you have 500 points, spend 150, cash out the $100 off, and you're spending 50 bucks. So check your points. Now for the sale, you just have to go into your account, go to the upper right and click on the little human icon, click loyalty rewards, and it will be up at the top in big black letters. So that's what I say to do. Is those are my picks for cashing out. Is always cash off if you're shopping. If you're spending over $150 and you have 500 points, use your points to get that $100 off, because then it's all basically free. But also the lip oil, I like the modular palette, but I've been using my triple decker the most. The makeup cube is great, especially when you're getting ready to travel for summer. If you're taking any family vacations, get the cube. It holds everything. It doesn't roll off the counter, holds everything. When I set mine up, when I'm doing the makeup thing, I always set my brushes in, push them over to one side, but then I'll take my brush holder and I can set it in. And if it falls, it just falls in. It doesn't fall off. For some reason, I always find that very embarrassing. But anyways, get the cube. It's a good bag. All right. So other things on sale. Let's get started on eyeshadow. Do we want to see any colors? I mean, I'm testing out my makeup. I'm going to go pump the iron after this. Trying to get in shape for a wedding, and I fell off the wagon for like 2 months. I'm not working out, probably not eating my best. Mommy likes a burger. I'm a burger girl. I'm not like a pizza candy girl. I am a burger girl though. Like, I love a good burger. I went to Dairy Queen on a vacation a couple of weeks ago, and their burger was amazing. I like a burger that's big, but reasonably big. Edible, where you can eat all of it, and it's just like not smashed like a McDonald's burger or Burger King. Like, what do they do? Do they like build your burger and then put it in a compress there? I don't get that, but there's 2 places I love my burgers from. One's local, and then Dairy Queen like hit it out of the park on their burger. It was so flippin' good. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. I get really hung up on, I love a burger. Okay. It's probably why I can't fit in my bridesmaid's dress yet. Okay. So Fragrances, here's my thing about fragrances. I got Folklore. I have Folklore scent. I've got it in the hand cream. It's a fall perfume for sure. Okay. The sale starts Wednesday. It goes from the 11th to 17th. And again, after the 17th, those 50% off items, gone. Can't get them. They're gone for good. And these are all items that either were low sellers, which I can see and on some of them, or they had their same colors. Havana's going away. I prefer Leo over Havana, but Havana's a great summer orange. Some of the glitters are going away, like Bowie, La La Land, Dollywood. Dollywood is really pretty. You have to be a glitter girl to like glitters. I'm not a glitter girl, but I have used them on brides because they really wanted it, and it's very pretty. I just think it could be a bit, I would rather use a bold shimmer like the illuminators over a glitter because they can be quite chunky, but I don't like having stripper fall out. Nothing against strippers. Stevie's going away. The spiced cream eyeshadow is going away. That one is actually kind of pretty. I just don't know what I did with them. I'm gonna try to find it now. But here we go. I believe that's Arabian Nights. Spiced. This is spiced. It's almost like Foxy in cream form. But, I mean, we've got Xanadu. This reminds me of Xanadu. But it is quite pretty. But it reminds me a little bit of Xanadu. It's quite pretty, but to me the creams don't set, so they do crease. You could use this as a bronzer, I bet. Maybe I'll do that today. Should I use it as a bronzer today? Let's do it. Why the heck not? Okay. But if there's any colors you want to see me use, Una's going away. Una's a really pretty purple shimmer. If you are a woman of color, oh, purple. It's so pretty. I was just watching a video where there was a girl with some purple, and it just made me kind of want to do it, but purple doesn't look as good on me as it did on her. But purples are really great for brown eyes, but women of color, I'm telling you, Una, As If isn't going away, I don't think, which surprises me, but I think that's why Una's going away. I would prefer Una over As If. I'm trying to, Lily is going away, but don't worry, there's a pressed pigment that looks just like it. As If is going away. So the purples are going away. That's sad. So Una and As If are going to go away. Those are both, if you really like purples. Do you have to set the cream? Yeah. There's no setting the cream eyeshadows. And that's just how it is. But it would make a really great bronzer. Kind of like Xanadu. I think it probably looks... Let's compare it to Xanadu. So here it is. Spiced. Biscuits. I got my compact backwards. I think Xanadu's creamier, easier to pick up. Yeah, they're pretty damn close. So spiced, Xanadu. It's going to be smaller, but it is 50% off. And it gives you more bang for your space in your palette. But I'm going to use it as a bronzer today because that's going to be fun. Valencia is going away. A lot of their orange tones are going away. That's a big old fat bummer. Tangerine's going away. Leo's going away. Havana's going away. So all the glitters are going away. Shenandoah, Cher, Stevie. Oh, Sapphire is going away, which is this blue cream. If you like blues. Daba D is going away. That one, I'm not surprised. I've done Daba D. Daba D and Bayou together are also gorgeous. And it's so good. Okay, do you think since they are getting rid of the Advent collection set from last month, they will get rid of them all? I think... Yeah. Last month's Advent colors / collection are part of the sale and won't be back. Get Winterberry. It's so pretty. They're keeping Peppa, which is my favorite, so I don't feel like you need Cashmere, but if you're trying to get these colors and you want the most bang for your buck, get Cashmere, and then you don't have to get Peppa later. But there are just some colors that are so good. Spell is a lot like... I had it next to one. It's so hard. The pictures just don't do it justice on the website. Let's get some makeup on. I'm going to use my eyeshadow primer. We're going to dig in because I've been here for 25 minutes just talking about the sale, and I feel like my seat shrank again. I need to get a new chair. I've worn the cushion down. I could tell by my tush. Okay, so we're just going to add, this is my primer that I live and breathe by. This stuff doesn't crease. It'll last all day, all evening, into the morning if I wanted to. Singeance by Shadow Sense. It's a color Candlelight. And then I'm using my BK Beauty brush just to press it out. Now, if you are looking for good base colors, it really depends on what you want out of a base color. And if you're wanting to shop the sale, Lily, 50% off, is a great base color. Paris is a base color that's also very pretty. Lily is a more lavender tone, whereas Paris is a more bright pink tone. And both are very good bases. I'm going to pull my eyeshadows out. Atlantic is on sale. Don't get it. You won't see it. Same with Oz. You won't see it. They pick up like garbage. So I'm not sad to see them go. They just don't show up. Where is it? Paris is right here. Pink. So here's Paris. I use it. I love it. I like it. And this is Lily. Both two very pretty colors. So let's do some Lily, and we will prep on this side with Lily. This will look more white lavender. And then we'll do Paris on the other eye. And this is just for my skin tone, a more natural finish. But you see, both very pretty. I like having a light base. It just depends on what you want out of it. Trying to see if they have anything. I'm surprised that these three colors are staying. Drift, Sabrina, and Rome. All three are staying. I'm shocked. Shocked because they're all so similar. Okay. On Wednesdays is staying. So that one's not, is it? Yeah, that's staying. On Wednesdays is staying. I like On Wednesdays. It's a very bright pink, so it's so pretty. So this is On Wednesdays. It's not part of this. Is it part of the sale on one of the top ones? Hold on. It's not part of the sale. Claire is going to be part of the sale, and Sis, those are two pinks. They're not going away, but they will be 25% off. But this is on Wednesdays, and it's very pretty, but again, not part of the sale. Ooh, I think it's more peach than pink. Sis is staying, but part of the sale. Sis will be staying. I find Sis to be a little hard to pick up, but this is As You Wish. This will be part of the sale, and it has an iridescent to it, but do you see this film? That's what makes this really hard to pick up, is your finger oil. It makes it kind of hard to pick up, and it barely shows up. But it's very nice stacked, but it is a bit, you have to scuff it up a lot, so you lose a lot of product with it. So to me, I just think you could get On Wednesdays and kind of get the same thing, or you can get On Wednesdays and Starlit and mix them and you get the same thing, or Crimson. I would prefer Crimson. I just don't think As You Wish is, I've gotten multiples and they all do the same thing. Let's do the Sunset Eyes because I want everybody to get these colors. Okay, hi from India. Hello, hello, India. Oh, I had a roommate, Jagdeep, and she was my roommate in college, was trade school. And she used to teach me how to swear in Punjabi, but I mean, that was also 25, almost 30 years ago, so I don't remember any of my Punjabi swear words. Okay, so I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush. There are some brushes that are going on the sale. Let me see about additional items. There are some brushes that are going away. Rose Gold, the wash brush, the blur brush, and the powder brush. I use the heck out of the powder brush. They're probably keeping it in gold is why they're getting rid of it. I prefer rose gold if you're going to get a brush. This is great, and I use this all the time. I'm going to use it today for a liquid foundation. Great liquid foundation brush. Great blending brush for concealer on the other end. And because it's rose gold, it's not going to flake off, whereas the gold will flake off. They're getting rid of the blur brush. which is an eyeshadow brush that I really like. And it's because it's a mix of the eyeshadow brush and the smudge brush. It's this brush. And it's gold. It will flake, so I just don't think you need to get it. And the wash brush. You don't need the wash brush because it looks like the shape brush in gold, and that's why they're getting rid of it. I hate that they changed the shape of the... I'm glad that they're discounting the silver shape brush. Okay, sorry. Rose gold wash brush, blur brush, and the powder brush, and rose gold and the gold brush, the blur brush, and the wash brush. Okay, let's do sunset eyes. I'm just gonna grab an eyeshadow brush and we're gonna go into Leo. I'm so friggin' upset that they're getting rid of this color. It's an all-season transition color, okay? And so we're gonna pop this on our lid up here. We're gonna add this yellow tone. Or not yellow, orange tone, and it's summer and it's bright. This is a fun color. I love, this is my favorite eyeshadow combo. And when I do events, which I haven't gotten to do one, I didn't get to do one, I don't think, last summer. Every time I've done an event, somebody has me do the eyeshadow, the sunset eyes. Look how pretty that is. It's natural. Orange is scary, but it's not bad. Like, look at how bronzy that can be. And then when you add the rest of your face, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, so we're just gonna add Leo here, and I keep this really high up. If you have hooded eyes, I don't have hooded eyes from here, but look at that bad boy. Look at that fat droop. I add all my Leo onto this big old fat outer hood. Look at that. Use that real estate and go as high as you want. Bring it up to them, brows. It's okay. It's okay. And then you can take a shimmer. Let's see what shimmers are else. Let's grab Starlit. We're gonna grab Starlit because I love this shimmer. We're gonna go on the small end here. We're gonna grab that, and I'm just gonna pop this right here under the brow. And it just adds, let's see if we can catch it, a little pop of shimmer. I like having peekaboo shimmer. I had a guy at Benefit, and he was fantastic, and he told me that adding shimmer under your brows is like high heels for your butt. It just kicks things up a little bit higher. Okay, so we've got our Leo. We're really popping that on that hood. Again, I'm not hooded from here because you can see my lids, but from the side, I got this big old fat patty, okay? Now we're gonna go into Mija. I hope I'm saying that right. Wizards of Waverly Place has taught me I am. Bubba is staying. Bubba is staying. So, if you've hit 10 on Leo, you should grab another. Okay, Mija. Pink, we're gonna go in on that fluffy end. We're gonna go right here at the base. This is what creates that sunset look. Right at the base of that yellow Leo color. Butterscotch, I believe, is staying. I believe Butterscotch is staying, which is another a similar color. That's Tangerine. Tangerine is really close, and that's going away. This is Butterscotch. It's close, but brown. I'm so sad. I'm so sad that Tangerine, Havana, and Leo are going because I don't see another one that's like it. Anyways, I'm hoping they're coming out with something else, but this is your sunset eyes. Look at that. Bring that pink out. Get it on that fat patty out here and bring it over. Calling my lids a fat patty. That's nice. That's nice. But this is what makes that sunset eye, and you just bring it out at that tip and that bottom part of that fat patty and out, okay? And then you can go in and you can start adding in whatever your favorites are. I'm gonna go in with, I know what I want. I'm trying to find it. I think it's this one. Spell. Spell is gonna be 50% off. I've used this wet and it makes a really great transition shade, a gradient shade. So we're gonna go into Spell. And I'm just gonna press this on my lash line here. And then we're gonna press this up and out. And you wanna rest your face because look, it's gone. So we wanna bring that right up here, right up there. And then we can bring it over and upward into that transitional shade that was that sunset eye. This is just bring it down. Spell's really pretty. It looks a lot like Philly. So if you have Philly, you have Spell, so don't worry. And if you don't have Fill and you want it, get Spell because it'll be 50% off on Wednesday. So again, just coming right down here along that lash line. Make sure when your eyes are resting, you're hitting that hood and then bringing it up and over. That way you don't lose it with the resting face. Resting mom face where you just look mad all the time. Okay, so this is just gonna make my eyes look a little more lifted. Pretty. Okay, let's look at some shimmers that are going to be on sale. I'm going to do Photoshop. These are all such. Why do I keep doing that? Okay. We're going to, ooh, no we're not. We're going to grab Georgia. It's so stinking pretty. And I'm going to pop that on my lid here. Look at how pretty that is. You can make it super punchy if you want, or you can make it a soft shimmer if you want to. Look how pretty that is. All right, grabbing it. I know I'm super zoomed in, but I want you to see it. And don't judge your eyeshadow until the rest is on. Look how pretty that is. Okay, let's add some eyeliner. I'm gonna waterline a little bit. This isn't for everyone, but it is for me. Grab a little mirror. This palette will be on sale. Hold on. Hold on. I believe, sorry, I want to make sure I'm saying things correctly. Is it up here? Yeah, this is going to be 40% off. It's not going away, but it will be 40% off. I like a double palette because I use these for so many things, but a brow palette, it's so good. But this one is also really nice and easy to clean. But I like having a small mirror so I could get all up in my business, and especially for waterlining when I need to look down but see up. Gonna waterline, press this into my lashes over here, waterline. I use Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I'm surprised that Black Friday isn't, no, I'm not from the UK, I'm from the US. But I like Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I am surprised that Black Friday is not going away. I don't know how people do that. Okay, you need another small double. Yay, on sale. Yes, 40% off of this bad boy. Easy to clean, so pretty. Okay, next I'm gonna go into Spell again. Come on, Spell, where are you? Just had you, I just put it back down. Okay, we're gonna take Spell, and I'm gonna take my Blue Marble setting spray. And we're going to get the etch brush wet. I'm going to get the etch brush wet on the more squared end. What's nice is you can use SEINT setting spray, but if you use a film forming spray, it's going to have a little more stick. All right, so we're going to go boom, boom. All right, and this is what I mean when I say the gold brushes flake. This is what your gold brush will end up looking like. Some people notice it falls out into their makeup, it gets onto their face. I haven't noticed that. That's just me. And I think it's the sprays that take it off. The cleaning brush, the cleaning spray, a strong setting spray like Blue Marble will do that. All right, we're gonna pop this in here just because I want it right in my mug. So I put it in my palette too. We're gonna take the square end of the etch brush. We're just gonna pick some up wet. And this is nice because it's gonna deepen the color. And I'm gonna make this a liner. All right, and it's nice to have it in a palette too. And I call this my tiny but mighty wing. And using an eyeshadow is nice for maturing or mature eyes because it's softer looking and it's less harsh. Stand by. There we go. All right. So we're just going to pop this on as a nice deep liner and a tiny but mighty wing. I just really like having a little bump of depth of my lashes on the outer half because it gives my eye lift. We went over this last week. I just posted a little short about my mascara and how I use my mascara. And I've been using FanFest and it's so good. FanFest is great. I do prefer a black liner, but this depth is so nice. Okay, let's get into Fan Fest. I use this stuff. I will be probably buying the full size once I get through all of them and I make up my mind, but I've been really happy with the Fan Fest mascara. Has a good brush, a good bend. Who watched the short on this? This is, or the reel, or whatever the heck it's called. So good. So what we're gonna do is same thing that I always do. We're gonna get this at the base of our lashes and we're gonna wiggle our lashes into the bristles and then we're gonna lift. We're gonna wiggle, 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 and we're gonna lift, and we're just building product on top of product here. This is how you want to apply your mascara if you like volume, but you don't want clumping. That's why we do the lift off. And so where that lashes bend is where it will come off and it'll gradually fade off. Whereas if we just wiggle, 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 pull off, we're just gonna build up clumpiness and we don't wanna do that. And so we're just doing this. I don't do multi-layers where I go back, but look at how my liner looks like it goes all the way across just by building at the base of the lashes here. Building at the base of these lashes. Using the tip of the brush, just give it a little build on the outside right here to add a baby wing. I like when little things make a difference. Look at that. I'm going to reload, swirl it, don't pump it. And then we can go up and down on the tips of the lashes. Again, building on top of product. Kind of like that fiber mascara. Remember the fiber mascara where you would put something on, then you would add fibers to build up on the tip? You can do that with product too. Okay, and look at that. Look at that. Before, after, and it's natural. Woo! It's natural. All right, so we're gonna reload. I feel like this might be my last week with this stuff and I'll move on to the next one to try, but I really like this one. So wiggle, 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 pull, wiggle, 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 pull. I've seen where some people, and it really depends on where you are in your mascara. I think it's at the beginning, between the beginning and when it starts getting too chunky in the tube. But I've seen where people go from the top and, okay, roll it back on your thumb. This is another method that's not my favorite. You go down onto the top and then you roll your lashes into the bristles and pull off. And you can add a lot that way. That's a dangerous place to get to though, because you can really clump your lashes up that way. And I just did. So we're just gonna try thinning it out. I've seen those lash combs. Oh my God. I'm tempted to have one now though, because I just clumped up. Anyways, we're just going to build on the tips, but there's ways to add things. And I use the Baby Lash Serum. I love it. Morning, night, it will last you for months. Okay. This is good. Everything on my eyes right now, I've got Starlit right up here on a shimmer. It's a soft shimmer, and I didn't add a lot, but we'll go from there. I have Leo and then Miha for that sunset look, and we can always add more pink if we want to. Spell on the outside, and then I have Georgia on my lids. Very pretty. I didn't add mascara to the bottom. I don't like mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay, now we're gonna get into my face, and I'm gonna grab my Milk Hydro Grip. When I was on my trip, I just put Blue Marble on as my primer, and it worked really good. Okay. Yes, I haven't gotten a lash comb, and I think SEINT has a lash comb. Let's check. I love it when I can have my computer with me. Lash comb. We do! Holy moly's! We got a lash comb. Am I gonna buy it? Not. I just don't think I've never needed them, but it does fold in, which is nice, so it protects those little bristles. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of eye cream. This is there's a link for it, Upgrade by Beauty Society. And this is going to, one, hydrate, but it's also gonna help clean up any fallout. And it's cold and it feels really nice and it makes me feel super fancy. But I like a good eye cream. Plus having this little doe foot to massage just gives you some lymphatic drainage. And so you just kind of go to town on it. Okay. But once this makeup's on, I'm telling you, my eyeshadow's gonna look bomb.com. The Sunset Eyes is by far my favorite for barbecues. It's great for bridal showers. It's great for little quick events. I've never done a sunset eye on a wedding day for bridesmaids, and I don't think I would recommend it because I think a bridesmaid should be neutral, beautiful and neutral. And so using Georgia, using Photoshop are really great eyeshadows that give you punch without pizzazz. Because the bride's supposed to have the pizzazz, and that's why I slapped Glamazing on all my brides. But last summer with that one bride, Georgia, was, oh, it was so pretty. And it's so good just on the collarbones and on the shoulders. So pretty. Okay. I've got my primer on, I've got this on. Now we're gonna go into my Perfect 10 because I wanna see how this holds up on a workout. Okay, let's adjust this because I have words in front of me. I like being zoomed in because I don't use beauty filters. I think they're fun and they're great, but not when you're talking about skin and makeup. My skin is a texture. I'm 44 years old. I'm gonna be 45 this Thanksgiving. So my skin is skinning. I don't do peels. I don't do professionals. I have old acne scarring. I used to get horrible cystic acne, and this is what's left. And I like showing my skin. Hyperpigmentation is growing up like ivy. I like my skin to skin for you guys. I want you guys to see makeup will always look like makeup, but it should look like good makeup. And using that mattifying makeup does nothing but make my skin look older. And you're making a trade-off while you really want coverage. You're willing to get texture to not have spots. And sometimes I just don't mind if this shows through. I'll think of it as a beauty mark, kind of like this is a beauty mark, but it's an age spot. I did so much work this weekend. Chicken work. I busted my nails up. Oh, my poor thumb. Ugh. I'm definitely right-handed because this hand is, tomorrow's nail day. Okay, powder brush. This one will be part of the sale, the rose gold one, right? Are we right? Let's see. Rose gold powder brush will be 50% off. Rose gold is the best brush because it doesn't chip and flake off. It's pretty. It is pretty. Okay, so this is the rose gold, whereas this is gold. So that's the tone difference. I like the rose gold better. It's softer. It's prettier, I think. Okay, great for liquid foundation. Perfect 10 by Beauty Society. This is an oil-free age-reversing foundation. It has skincare infused into it. It's so good. So if you're trying a liquid foundation, if I've color matched you to Perfect 10, message me. Let's get you color matched. Also, now that I got some people here, let's subscribe. Okay, so we're gonna pop this on. I'm gonna do a half a pump. A half a pump, and then I'm just going to come on the lower part of my face here because that's where I have the least texture. And then I'm gonna come down my chin for my redness. And then I'm gonna use this as a corrector. Now I used to use other color. I'm gonna use all kinds of things from the sale, but this I wanna see because I'm working out today. I'm gonna go over my scarring as a corrector so you'll still see the stuff. And then I'm gonna go under the eyes with what's left on the brush and just mute down my under eye discoloration. Do you see how nice it mutes it? Okay? Your makeup should look like an extension to your skin. Your skin should be what helps illuminate and give sheen, and you should have some shine to your skin because skin, I have no makeup up here. Your skin has a natural sheen to it. Have something that enhances it. Stop accentuating things and enhance things. Okay, so I'm going around my nose where I have redness and broken capillaries, stippling over my scarring, and then here it's balance. So just pushing this up. Do you see that nice coverage? This is great for maturing skin. I swear I just saw a cat over here. This is my microphone. Okay. So we're going to bring this down my neck because my neck is always lighter than my face. And I've just balanced out the lower part of my skin. And I'm not going to worry about, and this is one of the things I think a lot of people run into when they're doing traditional makeup. It's 20% pigmentation. No matter if it's full coverage or lighter coverage, it's a pigmentation thing. So you're still going to see some stuff, but you're going to be using other products on top of it. So stop maximizing your coverage with this and start using the other products, okay? I'm going to do, I can already tell you this. I use Incognito concealer and I like it better than Tarte. I like it better than NARS. I like it better than e.l.f. I love it better than the NYX. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This one is good. It is also full coverage. anti-aging concealer. It has a little more than 20% pigmentation on it. Here's the deal. It is still sheer and it still wears down, but it doesn't wear down the way Tarte does because it's not going to crease. It's really nice. It's really hydrating, has the anti-aging in it. However, if you have high texture on your chin, which happens with maturity, so if you have fine lines that are heavy around your lips, if you have deep texture on your chin, if you have puffiness and fine lines around your eyes, if you've got this guy right here, this will give the look of a crack. I do notice it cracks right here. I don't crack here. It does reset really nicely. However, it is not the best when you have texture. So, Perfect 10 has really great coverage, but I still prefer the coverage concealer of SEINT. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm trying to see if there's no highlights that are going away. There are highlights that are going to be discounted, but none that I use. So we're gonna go in here and I am gonna use, let's use a brush that's going on sale, like a good sale, which would be the wash brush. I know I got one in here somewhere. A wash brush. Which one is this? A gold wash brush. Is it chipping? No. So this is a wash brush. It's like a blend brush, but it's not. It has this long end here. I kind of want a cleaner one. Tell me I have a cleaner one in here. That's a blend brush. I prefer the blend brush over the wash brush. That's a blend brush. You know when you want to find something, you can never find something? These are filthy. Okay. We're going to clean it really quick, but I want to show the wash brush for concealing. If you're wanting to add to your collection, but you're wanting to, you know, get a good price, you order the Incognito to pair with your Perfect 10. I think you'll like it. It's not bad. I know I'm working out after this, and it won't hold up in a workout. God, now you're making me want to use it. Let's do half. I want to compare under eyes, so I'll report back next Monday. I like the Incognito when I'm not working out and I'm just going about my day and I wear Perfect 10. I like Perfect 10 for all day wear. I do feel like it holds my SEINT on a little bit better for longevity. Okay, fine, we're going Incognito. I'm not going to Incognito my forehead though. I will go right here and right here, and then I'm going to go over my scarring here for my coverage, and I like a nice low bright. And if you like a low bright, do this. If you have deep pores on mature skin, don't do this. I'm going to bring this up into that darkness, and then in. This is where my darkness is heaviest, is right here and then right here. Then I'm just going to live outside of the trough, and I'm going to pull up to give lift to my eyeshadow. Okay, then I'm going to take the powder brush going on sale, and we're going to blend this out. This doesn't set, so you'll notice that if you've ever used Tarte, you want to blend it quick because it starts to tack. This doesn't do that, and that's why I know that's why it sets. If you crack right here, I get sometimes a little crack right here, and so I could just press it back up and it resets it. Really nice. And then we're gonna go right here. Okay, wash brush is also good for light powder in small area. Yes, light powder, great for illuminators, very good. We're gonna go right here over the scarring, and I'm just gonna blend it out. I'm gonna blend it over and then up. And then I'm gonna go into this inner corner here and then over right here for lift. I don't like bringing my concealer all the way up because I don't like to shrink my eye. And if I bring it all the way up, I let my natural discoloration smoke my eye a bit. Okay, you're late, Alice, it's okay. And so we're just gonna bring this over, we're gonna bring this up. But if you are wanting to try, if you order, so like Dana ordered Perfect 10 and Incognito, get the powder brush on the sale and you'll really like the application unless you already have it. If you already have the powder brush, great. Okay, my nose is starting to look real red. Okay, we're gonna go into, I'm gonna use Versailles, and I'm gonna go right here. And that's because this holds better on my forehead. But do you see that pigmentation difference? Full coverage Incognito is not the same as light coverage SEINT. I didn't even grab a lot, but damn. Okay, talking about sales, suede is going away. I'm going to use suede as my contour. Suede is a lip liner. Wait, that's bronzer. It is right here. I love this color, especially right now. I did get some sun this weekend. I'm going to go into the detail brush. Let's use the powder brush because it's going on sale. And I'm going to go into suede. Suede is a bit more warm. So here is cedar. This is my usual go-to. And then here is suede lip liner. And so it's just has that little touch of warmth. Not far off. Not far off. So if you're using cedar, stone, ash, olive contours, you can use those for your hyperpigmentation. So don't feel like you're lost. I was honestly having a moment, and my friend, I was talking to her, and she's like, you could use your contours. I was like, you're right. But gosh, I just love my suede. Anyways, we're going to take the powder brush. We're going into suede, and I'm going to go right here and right here. This is my natural color here. It matches really well, but it adds just a touch of warmth. And then I'm going to bring this down and into that Versailles. Then I'm going to use this end of the powder brush on the back end where there's less product, and I'm going to pull that Versailles outward. And do you see how natural that looks? Makeup should always look like makeup. Do you see how I'm dewy from using a traditional foundation and a traditional concealer? Your skin texture creates this, not your makeup. But if you're using a makeup that's mattifying and stay all day, you're going to have a different kind of texture that's not going to be a skin-like texture. It's going to have that mask look. When you put Halloween makeup on, then you powder it, that's what it's going to have. But your makeup and your skin texture should work together. May snag another. Okay. SEINT brushes are so good. They're so good, and they work well because you can't use natural fiber brushes with a heavy cream. They're going to break and you're going to ruin them, and you spent good money on those. Okay, grabbing some more suede, and I'm going to go down the side of my nose here because the redness is killing me. I'm looking a little bozo the clownish, and we're just going to hang this out on the side, and then I bridge it over onto the whole darn schnoz. And then over here, we're just going to come down in the mid, hide that bump, square off the tip, and then bridge it all over. Okay, we're going to grab some of this incognito just because I want to show how it works. And yeah, this is good stuff. We're just going to tap up the bridge right here. You don't need a lot. We're going to tap this out with our finger. I need my nails done. And we're just going to bring this down. Boom. Okay, don't worry. This is all going to work out in the wash. All right, so we're going to just blend this downward. Just naturally blend it. Just think of a shadow, okay? Okay. What else do we have to do? Okay, going back into suede, and I'm going to stay above this shadow. If I go into this shadow, it's going to pull my face down. Now again, I am 44, so I'm going to bring this up higher and onto my cheek. Kind of like a bronzer, kind of like a blush, kind of like a contour. I'm going to smile so I can see exactly where my shadow goes to, and I'm going to keep it in the general area. Okay? Don't worry, it's going to all come together. We're going to go boom, boom, boom up here. And using suede, you see how that hyperpigmentation just kind of fades away? But I like using this as a bronzer too. Fades that coloring away, that hyperpigmentation, because it matches. And that's why I say stone is another good option. I would say stone is probably the second option to suede, is stone. And so that's probably what I'll start recommending and start using. So sad. Okay, we're going to go into Daylily. Daylily, 50% off, going away. These are $16, so it's 50% off of $16. They're all very affordable. We're going to sweep this up top. This is going to help with that scarring. This is why you don't need to focus all your coverage on the liquid foundation. SEINT is all 80% pigmentation. That's a huge jump from 20. So we're going to take that powder brush. We're just going to blend this out. This helps with coverage. SEINT has they have their highlight colors, which are foundation concealers, 80% pigmentation, but so is their contour, so is their bronzers, and so is their blush. And so they work as coverage, which is again why you don't need to turn your whole face one color. Get all of that stuff covered with a liquid foundation that's low pigment, 20%. So there you go. All right, we're gonna go in. What's another color that's going away as far as blushes that I'm upset about? Pink lemonade. I love pink lemonade. It is so pretty. Pink lemonade. My blush is out. Pink lemonade is a very pretty bright pink, a great accent to colors. This gets sliding in. These long nails. Pink lemonade right here. Look at how pretty that is. It is similar to baby watermelon. I'm trying to think of which one it's close to. There's really not one. There's so many similar colors. Pink lemonade is similar to pink grapefruit, baby watermelon, dahlia. So you can mix colors. Okay, so we're gonna go into pink lemonade. It's like a Barbie doll pink. So we're gonna grab that and I'm gonna go up at the top here. And I'm just gonna add a touch of bright pink. And it's nice and pretty and Barbie-ish. I'm gonna go right here because people are doing that now. But it's also a really pretty lip color, which we will use. Okay, I don't use suede lip liner as a lip liner. I only use it on my face. What's another color people want to see? Oh, Marrakesh. Did I have Marrakesh in here? I want to find Marrakesh so bad. Marrakesh is also extremely stunning. I'm just gonna find it. Always hard when you have so flippin' many. Here you are, Marrakesh. Marrakesh. Let's add some of that. Why not? Marrakesh is, oh! It's gonna be missed. That's very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna use some bronzer and I'm gonna use a liquid. I might use that as my lip color today. I'm gonna use that cream right here. So this is gonna be 50% off. We're gonna pop that up here and down like that. This is very similar to Xanadu. And you could use this on your lids. I just think it'll crease. So we're gonna take that powder brush. This is why I do my brows last, is because when I'm doing this kind of stuff, no thanks. All right. Very pretty as a bronzer with shimmer. We're just gonna bring that around. I would do Xanadu more than this. It is a bit cool tone for me, but it is an option. I don't like the creams. I think they crease, but I know some people love them. Love them, love them, love them. Okay, I'm just taking that. What is this brush? The wash brush. Oh, this is the shape brush. The silver shape brush. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, now what do I want to do? What do I want to do now? Okay, there's so many good colors. Snowbird is a really pretty color. Rigoletto is a pretty color. Lily, don't worry about Lily. Don't worry about Lily. There's a pressed pigment, and it's just as good. Where are my pressed pigments? Did I think I took it? Oh, they're right here. Okay. I'm surprised these Isle palettes aren't going away. So this is Lilac. If you miss out on Lily, there is a Lilac pressed pigment, so don't worry. If you're worried about Pomegranate going away, you've got Honeymoon, also very similar. My problem is Mija, because there's some pink colors in the pressed pigments. I think this guy right here would be another really great option but these come with a warning label to not put them on your eyes. Make that make sense. Okay, I'm mad about Mija. I am mad about Mija. What is in my way here? One of the SEINT mascaras. Okay, let's see, what do we have next? We've been here a while. I know these are the Monday lives though, but the sale is so good. Okay, I'm gonna take, I like using the detail brush for this. I'm taking Suede right here, and I'm just adding a shadow around my lip. I don't lip fill, I just shadow. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of my brightening, that Versailles that I put on my forehead, And then I'm just gonna press this out. This just creates contrast. And then I'm gonna blend out that shadow. But this is gonna give my lips a little bit of structure, contrast, and it's gonna look nice. But you gotta blend it out, otherwise they'll look like you. Let's set, and then we're gonna finish her off. All right, blue marble. I get it off of Amazon. I think it's linked. We're gonna take some powder. I use the blotting dust, not the vanilla dust. That's the difference. You've got, can I hold this? This is vanilla dust. It's a pressed powder, very nice, but this has a sheen to it that gives it more of a camouflage. So I'm gonna take my silver shape brush. We're gonna go into the blotting dust, and I'm gonna start out here where I have the least texture, and then I'm gonna set. I have oily skin, and a lot of people think, oh, oily skin, you can't put creams on. Yes, you can. It's just about setting it well and using a powder that works with your skin type. Laura Mercier's translucent powder, always sold out, very good. When I think my brush is empty, I'll go around my mouth area. But my skin is still skinning, and that you shouldn't take that away. Otherwise, you have a powdery, heavy, thick makeup look. Powder always thickens things, like gravy. Think of Thanksgiving. By the way, got new inspo for my Thanksgiving table this year. Okay, brows. I'm gonna pop those on really quick. None of these colors, the Isle palettes are not going away. I don't think so. Oh, eek! Yes, they are. The Isle palettes are going away. So that's these. They're very pretty. The Isle palettes are going away. So this is a big one. I don't know where my small one is, but it's somewhere. It's probably back there. Yeah, it's back there. It's right there, that little silver. Right back there. They're nice. They're plastic. Big old mirror. Look, you can see everything. Look at that pretty little, oh, my tree's dying from our freeze. Anyways, that's my setup, my little ring light there. But these are the Isle palettes. Let me zoom out a little bit. These are the Isle palettes. They are very, very, very pretty. They do hold a lot. They're not travel friendly. They're really not. You can get the small one. This could be like your home palette. It's nice having a big stinking mirror though. It is nice. Okay. The Isle palettes are going away. They will be 50% off. The Onyx palettes 20 through 60 will be going away. And those are the black ones, which are these. This black, matte black. They can look dirty sometimes. My favorite palettes, and I wish they would bring them back, are these guys because they're so easy to clean. It's like a unicorn pattern. What other patterns are going away? The silver palettes. I'm not a big fan of the silver palettes, but these palettes seem to be going away. They're coming out with new palettes, and you know that. And yeah, this one is still my favorite. I have it in a triple decker. I have it in a double decker. I have it in a lot. A palette 2, they're nice, but they're not going away. But the silver is going away. The black is going away. The Mood. Everybody wonders what the Mood palette is. Those are a demi palette, and that's this thing right here. Isn't that fun? It's kind of hip, cool, trendy, neat. These are going away, I believe. Lip conditioners are going away. That's okay. We got balm. We got oils. Nobody's buying the lip conditioners. I didn't love them anyways. I gave them to my kids and they didn't even like them, so don't worry about it. Let's see. I know that somewhere it said the Mood palettes. Is it up here? Oh, Mood palette. These aren't going away. These are just 40% off. So the Demi Mood palettes are going on discount. And microfiber claws, the white ones are going away, and the rounds, they're small. I don't even use them. I don't even use them, but they have charcoal, so gray, which is this color. These are staying. These gray big ones are staying, but the rounds are going away. The white microfibers are going away. I liked those, but from a selling point to show that our stuff doesn't stain. Here's the thing. This, if it drips on your clothes, will stain your clothes. It won't come off. This will wash off. That I can tell you for sure. Shine papers. I use the heck out of shine papers. I really like the shine papers, but you know what? You could also use toilet liners. If you're out at a restaurant and you feel oily, just reach back, pull one off, and blot your face. It's fine. They're not used, so chill out. There is, okay, so there's there's Oz stuff. There are Oz items on sale. Not a lot of people know what those are. So SEINT does, I'm going to do my brows while I talk about this. SEINT does conferences, and they're always themed. And their last one was Wizard of Oz themed, which is my favorite. Fun fact, my first wedding was Wizard of Oz themed. I wore ruby freaking slippers. I made those things. I used to do chorus line, and I took my old chorus line shoes. I painted them red, glitter, and then I downloaded the blueprints of the ruby slippers. Flat sequins, not the domed sequins, were used, and I downloaded the pattern for the shoe, and I made my ruby slippers with a hot glue gun and a strand of flat red sequins. And then I went and I got I feel like we talked about this last week. I was an accidental Indian, where we were raised thinking we had Indian in our blood. It just turns out that my crazy, legitimately crazy great-grandmother, she lived on a reservation and assumed that meant she was Indian, so she raised her kids saying we were Indian. Anyways, that went on to, we did a bunch of Indian stuff, so we had deer hide. So I cut a piece of deer hide into the proper bow shape, painted that red glitter, and then I went and I got bugle beads and rhinestone-y thingies, and I made a dang bow. Anyways, I sponged a yellow brick road for my aisle, lined it with fake poppies. I have poppies in my yard now, and I love them. But I like the Wizard of Oz. Not as much anymore. I've grown up. When I first got married, I was all but 21, so I was a baby. Anyways, I was also divorced 6 months later, or getting divorced 6 months later, so it was a fun little trial run. Okay, so we have Wizard of Oz items is what I'm saying. And they have slippers, which are furry, fuzzy. I thought they were going to be those awful sequin ones. No, they crisscross. They're super puffy. They look wonderful. And I will be getting some. There's a silk sleep mask, and it has little poppies on it, and it's cream. There will be, and these are all 50% off. There's a heart compact. It's a metal compact. I don't have it. I'm getting it. It holds one full-size tin, so it'll hold one of these sideways. So if you have a favorite lip color you like to carry, or a balm, there's a heart. It's green, and it has a ST for SEINT on the top. It's heart-shaped, and it holds one tin. I want it just because it's pretty. There's a Oz palette. I don't have it. It's green with gold flecks on it, so Emerald City-ish. And then there is an Oz eyeshadow, and that one is also 50% off. I do have that. That looks to me like Atlantic. I'm just not a big fan. Where is the Oz eyeshadow? Is this it? No. That's Atlantic. This one's Oz. And just like, this is the Oz one, it doesn't go on this color. It's a lot like Atlantic. It just looks, I think it's Atlantic in my opinion. So here it is on the finger, but here it is on, it's gold with a hint of mint. It's like a minty gold, I don't know. So that's the Oz eyeshadow. There is an Over the Rainbow lip and cheek. I think I looked at it. I don't even know where it is anymore. I don't use it. I'm not a big fan of red lips though, because I have my father's lips. Okay, so my brows are on, and we're gonna do a lip color, and we're gonna do, let's look at some colors that are going away. I want to use Marrakesh on my lips because it's so damn pretty. I am shocked at some of these colors that are going away. What would be a good lip liner? I wouldn't pair it with suede, because no, that's just why. We're just gonna pop this on its own, no lip liner. I'm gonna use a multitasker brush, and I'm gonna line my lips with Marrakesh. It's so pretty. Oh, you like Oz for Christmas time? You do? Ah, It would be a really pretty one. It goes on kind of like a glitter. It shimmers. I hate you. That's sad. You should find some joy. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to take Marrakesh. We're going to go up and over and up and over. Look at how pretty this is. Ooh, this is just like, I'm having fun. Okay. Let's see. Going down and around. I'm going to combine this. This is very bright. Okay. Well, thank you. There's two opposites. Okay. Marrakesh is such a pretty pink. Okay. How about these sunset eyes, guys? Like, tell me that doesn't look so much better. Okay. All right. So let's grab another color that's going to go away. So I've done Pinky Promise on my cheeks. I've done, no, not Pinky Promise. I was going to grab Pinky Promise. Gosh, it's so colors. So many good colors. Candy. Candy's going away. This one's pretty. We're going to pair Candy with Marrakesh. Look at the contrast there. Look at how pretty. I hate watching people put lip color on. I'm sorry, guys. That is one thing. Ugh. There's certain faces that people make when they're like, no, no, no. I give myself the ick when I do it. Okay. But Candy is going away. And then also, I believe Petal. I prefer Candy over Petal. Petal's just a little bit lighter. Yeah, Petal's going away. Both are pretty. You can't go wrong, but they're very similar in color. So Petal, Candy. What's this one? This one's not going away, I don't think. What color are you? Oh, Sugar Carousel. That one is going away. So these three pinks. This one, and this one. This one has a bit of a shimmer to it, a frost. That's going away. But adding a pink lip is pretty. And then just buff it together. And if you ever get that gunky lip, everybody gets that, just buff your finger. Carousel is going away too. So I would say Candy, Carousel, Marrakesh. It's hard. They're all so good. I'm not a big fan of Lavender Skies, Pineapple, Tangerine, no. Grape, no. Disco Inferno, wasn't a huge fan. Over the Rainbow, I don't know. Everybody's different though on what they like. But these are all so pretty. So I'm going to go work out. And I'm going to go work out and see how this makeup holds up. But I'm telling you, here's what I'm going off of an email that I sent to my customers. Click my link, fill out all the info, get on my email list. All you have to do is be listed with an account with SEINT. You don't have to buy to be on it. Grape does smell so good, but I don't put it on. But you remember where we started with all that scarring I was showing you and all my stuff? Look at how minimized it is. And I used a traditional foundation, but pairing SEINT's high pigment with their contours and their blushes gives you maximum coverage with minimal product laying on your skin. My skin has a skin texture, not a thick, cakey texture. And so it's just about finding the balance of what works with your skin type. I have oily skin, I have maturing skin. Again, I'm gonna be 45 this year, and I like talking about, I see a lot of people with young skin. I don't see a lot of middle of the road. You're either super mature, I don't see a lot of naturally maturing. I am not working out live. Heck no. I have a high gravity pull. It's not attractive. So Foxy is another one that I really feel like there's just, I highlighted ones that I was really upset. What a bunch of tools. Okay, so there are some colors that okay, let's go through my list really quick. Does anybody need a swatch? We're getting into the weeds here, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna pull some weeds. We're gonna pull some weeds. You're 65, yes. Makes your skin look lovely and use so little product, yes. Okay, I need my normals, because if you guys could just say hi, just to push out the weeds. Okay, so if you want to see some swatching, ask me right now, and I can get some swatches on some colors that are going away if you're curious about them. I do have them all. Where is my Over the Rainbow? Maybe it's in my brown palette, but let's see. Out of all of these lip and cheeks that are going away, Marrakesh, yes. Daylily, I think Frenchie. Honestly, we're getting into summer, so I would say Frenchie over Daylily, but Daylily is so good. It's a great corrector. It's great on the cheeks. It's great to help you lay those bolder blushes on. So I do say Daylily. So let's see. Marrakesh, Daylily. These are my picks of things I really like. Candy, Pinky Promise is really pretty. Pink Lemonade, Carousel. They're all so pretty. Okay, eyeshadows. I'm not a big fan of glitters. Emerald City would be a really pretty illuminator. So I'm gonna grab a shape brush, silver shape brush. I'm gonna go into Starlit really quick. I just wanna show Starlit. It's a fine mill, and you can add it, and it doesn't add chunky texture, but it does accentuate really nice. It goes really well on the nose, really pretty on the Cupid's bow. But Emerald City, somebody said, is great at Christmas. They're right, they're not wrong. So we're gonna grab some Emerald City, and I'm gonna be washing my face today, so it's okay. But this is Emerald City as an illuminator. Let's grab my chicken butt. Where's my chicken butt? There she is. Do you see that? Let's see. Come on, chicken butt. My chicken butt. It's really great for showing. That is Emerald City. If you're looking for a seasonal shimmer, that would be one. It's also great for bridesmaids. So now that I have that idea. Okay. When you use liquid foundation, your skin looks flat and dry. Okay. I love saying, if you wanted, so here's my thing with SEINT. Titanium dioxide, so good during the summer, because if you forget, like I do, to reapply your SPF every 2 hours with either a setting spray or a resetting spray or a resetting powder, the titanium dioxide will keep you from burning. But it does transfer, especially if you have collars. All my coats, all my winter coats, all their collars are brown. But I will say Perfect 10 gives you a really pretty finish, and it feels hydrating. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't crack and make that look. It's a great liquid foundation that is a lighter coverage. It is, and it won't leave you falling flat. But I do pair it with SEINT because it's the contours, it's the blushes, it's the bronzers, it's those cream toppers that really help pull the life back in. But also price point, SEINT is also better, okay? Hey Peyton, happy birthday. All right, eyeshadows that I love. I'm gonna go ahead and say Emerald City because it does make a really pretty illuminator. Leo, hands down Leo. Labyrinth, also a very pretty color. It reminds me of oak with a little bit of a green undertone to it. Winterberry, Winterberry, Winterberry. It's so pretty. I love it so much. Cashmere is also nice. Miha, yes. Leo and Miha. Peanut butter and jelly, guys. Peanut butter and jelly right here. Look at how pretty this is. It's scary colors that go well. Oh my gosh. It's so, so good. So get that Sunset Eyes. It doesn't have to be your everyday, but when you want to get fancy in the summer, Sunset Eyes. I am going to work my booty off to try to make this work. I'm scared to use the red pigments because of the warning label, and I would hate to have somebody get it and have it like blow up their eyes. So I'm having a hard time figuring out how I'm going to do the Sunset Eyes, but there's lots of pressed pigments also to help with this whole Leo going away and Miha going away. That is probably one of the things I probably use. Let's see, what's this color here? Dandelion might be a good option. Dandelion or Santa Fe could be a good pressed pigment option. And you know what? I'll probably try it with Honeymoon. So that's going to be my next option after the sale is done. I'm going to try to find a new Sunset Eye. Moscow is so pretty. It's like Zion, but with shimmer. Let me find it here. I think this is cranberry. That is cranberry. Moscow's right here. So this is Moscow, and it's a really pretty soft orange shimmer. It's so pretty. It's stinking so pretty. So Moscow is another really good. It's so hard saying goodbye to some of these colors. Makes me sad. Spell. I like Spell, but if you have Philly, you have it. Let's see. Snowbird is really pretty. I like Rain. Bite Me. I think it's so pretty. Rain is gorgeous. Where are you? This is Rain. It is a blue, and it is so pretty. Okay. What's the color of the lipstick? Okay. What's the color? I don't, it honestly depends on my mood, and it depends on my colors. I like neutrals. And so I really like doing SEINT's. Why am I drawing a blank on this favorite color? It's not going on sale. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's this dark purple. Gosh darn it. Renaissance. Renaissance, if you want it in a more semi-glossish form, get Fig, but get this, and then you can pair it with any lipstick color. Madrid, Hollywood, Candy, Pinky Promise, Petal. Pair it with any one of those, and it's chef's kiss. Renaissance is a must-have in your palette. It goes with everything. What are some other colors? Okay, we're going to take this eye look, and I'm going to show, thank you, Terry, yes. Terry knows me. Okay. I want to show something kind of weird. Not weird, but I want to show like these colors. What is a color everybody's scared of? Is it Daba D? Daba D is one of those colors that like Mimi from Drew Carey show. Remember her? Blush. I use the most darkest. I would say Dahlia. It's a really bright, vibrant pink, but it always pulls my scarring through, so I always have to pair it with Daylily or Frenchie. Okay, Rain is not scary. Bayou people find really scary. I'm going to put it with this color just to show these colors that are just so scary to people. They're only as scary as you let them be. That's it. But there's Bayou is probably one of my favorite shimmers that I'm so mad is going away. I'm so upset about it. Snowbird is another really pretty one. Rigoletto are also really pretty ones. These ones are shimmers that are deep and pretty. Is these colors right over in this area. I want to see some more requests, like just, you don't have to say the name of the eyeshadow, but say like turquoise, bright blue, medium blue. But Daba D and Rain are going away. Daba D is more of a matte finish. Oh, that makes me so sad. Duke is going away. Duke is like cheese and crackers. This can romanticize any eye look. Maroon color lips. I feel like I need to just hang tight, guys. Okay. Getting into the weeds. Okay, any of the powder illuminators, get them. Just get it. Just get them. You won't regret it. They're great to have on hand when you need them. They're great for when if you have teens that are going to dances, homecomings, prom, winter formals. They're so good for those things because those girls are pulling up some wild pictures from the internet. Okay, my nails need to be done. Look at this poor little stump. Suede lip liner, everybody needs it. Get the travel case. You need the travel case. I like the travel case the most out of all of them. They're so good. Okay. The lip and cheeks need yeah, they apply easily and they don't settle. They don't. It is really nice because I'm getting my fine lines that are coming. They're starting like ivy. They're coming. I'm just too damn happy, I guess. I don't know. But let's pop in a wild color. So this is just natural. Let's see. Let's pop. Somebody said Rain. So here's Rain. And here's all you need to do. That's it. That's it. These scary ass colors. I mean, I wouldn't put it with a pink lip. And then I'm going to take just a little brush here. We're just going to go. Rain. Rain. And if you wanted to add more, just deepen it if that brush just blended that down too much. Look at how pretty Rain is, but I like it super punchy. Well, look at how pretty that is. Tell me, okay? If you want to know a perfect skin tone foundation for you, message me for a color match and tell me if you want Saint creams, or there is an option now. I added it to my form if you want to try Perfect 10, or if you want to try, I hid somebody I didn't want to, I think. Biscuits. No. I hid somebody that I didn't want to. Hold on a sec. How do I unhide somebody? Biscuits. Oh, sugar. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna pop on. Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay. I'm really upset right now. I will figure this out. Okay, I need to push this. Okay. What is another color? Una. I don't think I showed anybody Una. Just like, look at how nice that is. Tell me that's not pretty. With the sunset eyes, with Goldie. This is Una. Okay, this is Una, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. And then there's As If. Where's As If? There's As If. As If is also a nice purple. Both a shimmer, both a soft shimmer. Both are very, very, very pretty. I like Una a lot. It's so stinking gorgeous. What is another color people are scared of? Probably Bayou. Bayou is turquoise. And you do the same dang thing. You just pop that puppy in. Tell me that's not so pretty. Okay. All right. I'm going to go because we're getting into some weeds here. And all right. That's it. I'm going to go and do my workout. I'm going to see how this holds up with a workout. But I'm telling you, if you miss the, I don't know, I've been using Saint makeup for 5 years, maybe even 6. And I love the makeup. Sometimes it's just fun to play with something else. So I started playing with different traditional makeups because people were asking me. I never found anything until Perfect 10 that worked with changing, maturing skin. So if you like liquid foundation and you want less transfer, Perfect 10 is a really good option. But I think it pairs beautifully with Saint. And so that's my live. I will be back next Monday. I'll report back with how this held up. Just probably remind me. And the sale starts this Wednesday. And these colors that I'm wearing today are all part of the sale. I strongly urge you to try the Sunset Eye. It's so, so pretty. I will be finding a dupe with what's left. But that's it. Have a great